Grip it.
And grip it. That's right.
You want,
And hello
you want some
once
bear?
again, and welcome to Nerf Check. I am here once again with the person we all want to see the most. Bear! Bear is here. Everybody just get ready for Bear.
Side of the camera.
There he
Use.
is. If you're
You
not
want
watching
your
on
drink too?
YouTube,
No.
you're doing it wrong. I'm telling you that now. But here we're here with John, we're here with Ray, and we are here with the Halflings. That's right, 4th edition, the one everybody wants to hear about, Halflings. So, without further ado, we will get into what these things are. So, there's a whole bunch of things ding at the exact same time.
I told Ray to clear his cache because the pop-ups are going to kill him today.
Probably. I mean, Ray, you look like you've
got a really wide smile for recording an episode. Just saying. On your old computer you just found.
That came out from his original bedroom. It's a scary one. Let's just put it that way. Speaking of halflings, now, so we should go through the command orders because apparently those things matter this time around. Well, let's start with, we've got nimble feet. Again, we don't know when the command orders or how the command orders are going to go out. But
yes, we do. The heroes and warlords cast them.
Well, okay, fine.
Heroes get 2 dice. I think warlords get 3.
Yes.
Is that really what's happening?
Yes.
Science.
Oh, okay. Well, I did not know this. I guess you guys have been reading shit that I haven't. So,
moving on. That's how they work.
Really, we know what we're doing for sure. We're going to start with nimble feet. It is the target number is a 5+. The unit with the marker, the muster trait only. The unit cannot charge this turn, but gains +N speed, where N is equal to the number of successes you rolled with the dice. So that doesn't sound so bad.
I'm actually underwhelmed by it. Target number 5. If you only have 2 dice or 3 dice, like odds of success are not great.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out in a minute also if how many things have actually got the word muster in their name.
And it doesn't affect a charge, so I'm fine.
Which is too bad. We will move on to camouflage, which is on a 4+. An infantry unit. The unit gains stealthy as a special rule. That's not terrible. I mean, this now most of the stuff is going to have stealthy and spell ward. Kind of a good double up. We've also got bear traps again on a 5+. Units again with muster trait. The target unit must have received or given a halt order. I really hate things that do this sort of thing. And cannot already be engaged until the end of next turn. Enemy units that charge this suffer a D6 damage after making contact and moved into their final position. Damage in this way does not trigger a nerve test. I wish it would. That would make this a little better.
Yeah, I'm kind of underwhelmed by it.
Yeah, anytime you've got to issue the whole halt order, I'm sure standing still and shooting, sure, that's something that will probably make a difference on that. But again, how many things are going to have muster, and will those things also have shoot abilities? We've got running repair on 5+. Tinker Tech units only. The unit receives an end point of damage. It has removes an end point of damage that has previously been suffered. It's basically just a way of doing a free heal spell. And Butcher Block, unit with Pride of the Shriers trait, so probably not a lot of these. The unit gains the Slayer N+2 special rule where the N is equal to the number of success on the dice. That might be better than we think. Again, it really only pertains to which have the Pride of the Shrier thing. So,
which is the stalwarts and the juggers.
Oh, that's not terrible. But the first thing that we can determine between those two, this is 5. I mean, the Northern Alliance had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big difference here. like a big difference.
Well, this is what happens when they release the book for Halflings, and the Northern Alliance have not received their book yet.
Well, I guess that's true. We'll move down here as well. We'll go down to gastromancy. These command dice can be used, can be only be issued by a gastromancy trait. We've got
I
EJ's.
wonder if these. So, if you have a commander who has gastromancy, my read of this is that they can do these 3 gastromancy capabilities, but then they can't do a command order at the same time.
I think they can probably do both. Oh,
We,
maybe not though. So there is a special character, which I'll preview her special rule. She can issue 1 extra gastromancy command order per turn.
Yeah,
So she might just get access to the gastromancy ones.
possible.
plus the
But she can
command.
do 2 a turn. So that's fun.
Well, until we know for sure, we're just going to continue on. We've got EJ's Stomping Juice. Units with mustard trait only. The unit gains wall charge plus N, where this is on a 4+, and it is as many times as you successful. So still going down the whole halfling thing of what we had before with the D3 possible brutal, the D3 wild charge, the D3 of everything. So this, I actually kind of like this. We got ferocious fuel again on a 4+. The unit gains brutal plus N. Special rule. This is basically all just the gastromancy things all over again. And the tonic, the unit gains life leech plus N. Again, but this is on a 3+, and it's as many successes as you roll. So far, I mean, this stuff looks pretty good. It looks like it could be useful, but we won't know until we put it on the table.
The gastromancy stuff is pretty much the same as it was before, and it's still good. It was good in 3rd edition. It'll be good in 4th edition.
Now,
I like the life leech plus N being on 3s. I think that's a nice upgrade. It depends on whether or not the commanders get 2 dice or just 1.
Well, I guess
I don't know. And that goes off, I think it goes based off the gastromancy trait that the one hero has, but it doesn't say how many dice he gets. It does say that the special character gets 3 dice. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same 2 dice on a regular gastromancy sorcerer and 3 on the character one.
Well, we will read on and we will find out. So let's start with the Braves. These come in troops, regiments, or hordes. They have the special rule Stalwart. Now, these are basically just your all-time regular troops. I don't think there's anything we really need to say other than the fact that they're melee of 5, they're speed 5, and they have muster, so they can take just about anything at all.
They're just cheap unlocks.
Yep.
Sure.
Something you can put out. Well, look, you can take a regiment for 90
okay,
points.
I'm gonna go into the. I'm gonna go
What's
into
that?
this right now because
Get it.
I'd
Go
love to
for
see
it.
I'd love to see what the Kingdoms of Men is, because if we're going off of 3rd edition, a regiment of Kingdoms of Men, melee 4, defense 4, higher nerve was 100 points. Sure, they didn't have spell word, but I don't think spells are going to be the big issue in 4th, given the loss of champions and warlords. So what I found in my looking at all of the core options, all of the infantry is overpriced in the halfling list, which is really interesting, having just come out of reviewing the Northern Alliance list with you two, where I felt really good about all the choices in Northern Alliance, whether it was the Naiad and Snarers, which were down to 200 points, the Human Tribesmen. You know, all of those units were excellent choices, which all saw points reductions at the horde level of about 20 points. And what's interesting is we're looking at the halflings, and with the exception of halfling rifles, all of the infantry goes up in points. And no one was really taking halfling infantry before.
Well, that's because before they were at half price, and now they're making them pay full price for them.
Well,
No one?
I don't
All
think my half-size dimwits are worth full price. So, like, we can go on as to, you know, the Braves, but I don't think at 145 they are worth taking.
For a horde, I'm not entirely sure that you're right there. Again, if these are just your unlocks, 2 at 90 points, 180 points to start your entire army is not a terrible thing.
Yeah, but back in the day when I was playing Kingdoms of Men, I could take 2 militia hordes for 105 points each.
Yeah,
Which were only difference was defense 3.
Well,
And they
maybe
didn't have
that's
spell ward. And they were irregular and blah 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 blah. But a 45-point difference.
And the halfling Braves in third were 130. So they've gone up 15, gained nothing. And you can say it's because they have a, like, unless
It's a
everything
sales
else.
tax.
Yeah. But I'm saying Northern Alliance.
Ooh, probably just a tariff.
Yes.
Northern Alliance is
like-
already here. The halflings is just sounds like a tariff. Yeah.
That is why.
Yeah, we're going to tariff those short fuckers coming over from the UK.
Yeah, but that's why the general is paying the tax. All right. So let's move on from all of this. Yes, I do agree with you in some respects. However, new edition, new points. We kind of have to go with what we've got here. We have got spear spikes. These are your normal spearmen, but they do not come in a troop, which means they cannot be auxiliary. So they have phalanx, they have spell ward, and they are defense 4, and they're only in a regiment or a horde. We have the halfling rifles. These do come in troops, regiments, and hordes. Again, spell ward with 18-inch piercing shot rifles. Again, with muster. It looks like almost all of these have got muster. These things are defense 3, and they shoot and hit on 5s. As a shooting unit,
And
anybody got anything about these? Or
went down in price.
Well, also shooting is
down in price and got better.
Listen, but no one likes your
before
Braves.
They were shooting.
Ooh, you know what I think it is? I think they forgot to account for the fact that the Braves don't have stealthy anymore.
Possibly.
Braves used to have stealthy.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Oh, then I made that up.
Moving on. We'll go on to Wild Lancers, because I know if I don't push this forward, it ain't going to go anywhere. Troop in a regiment. Again, 100 points for a troop. Troop doesn't matter, really, unless you're taking an auxiliary. I'm not sure on why you would. Iron Resolve, Nimble, Spell Ward, or Thunderous Charge. Now, I think I have this up here. Again, with muster. But Nimble, it seems, only takes effect during executing a charge order. So I'm glad the things that are going to be doing the charging have got the Nimble order.
So that's the new update is everybody's getting an extra pivot during regular advances. At the doubles, I assume you're going to get the extra pivot, so you can pivot once at the double, but then charging you're restricted to 1 unless you're a unit specifically with Nimble. Then you still get your 2 like usual. Or like the old days anyways.
Which should be the way that it is. I'm kind of a little underwhelmed with these things, only being the Thunder 1.
Nah, they're great. They're light cav. They're not the heavy cav.
That's true.
Well,
and for 145 points to start with chaff units to unlock your to use as core to unlock your other stuff, this is a good place to start.
The slight change on them, John, was to move from melee 3 to melee 4.
Were they melee 3 before?
They were melee 3 before. They only had 14 attacks, so you go up to melee 4 with 16. But
all right, well, let's go on to the stalwarts. Nope, we're going on to the stalwarts. Again, troop, regiments, or hordes. These hit on a 4+, so at least they got a little bit better. We got Crush 1, Headstrong, and Spell Ward. These are considered to be Pride of the Shire, though. So there's only one of the of their things. What are these things called again? Command orders that are going to be able to affect them, which probably should be right because anybody with a crush one is something that you want to restrict in some way, shape, or form. All right. Well, those were the core choices.
Yep.
So we're going to move on over here to the specialists. Now we've got specialists here. We're going to start with the poachers, which I kind of like way back when. We've got a troop and a regiment of these things. Again, not overly expensive, 115, 145 points. They have muster. They've got Pathfinder, Scout, Spell Ward, and Stealthy with 24-inch bows. These seem pretty good as a nice little shooty unit that can just kind of get in there, get a couple extra shots in somewhere in the beginning or right near the end of the game. I wouldn't push these things aside for something completely out yet, but I guess we'll find out when we play these a little bit more.
And I think Ben, I think these might be the ones that can use the give a standing order for bear traps.
True.
They have muster, and you can sit there and shoot with them and expect them to get charged.
And you wouldn't expect them to be charged with something big and hefty. So even with their 15 plus, 11 plus nerve check, they'd probably be sticking around and maybe, just maybe, be able to fight back just that little bit. With the muster, I guess you could. There is one that gives you +1 strength. Am I wrong on this?
No. Speed, stealthy, and bear traps.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's
you
just
can get
me.
wild cards from gastromancy and brutal from gastromancy or life leech.
Well, at least they'll be able to, do some damage on the way out. Going into specialists of the trolls, we've got a couple of different types of trolls, and these are probably going to be the most used ones. We've got forest trolls, which are large infantry, trooper regiment, speed 6. Yay, finally speed 6. Still hitting on 4s. Again, trolls have taken a bit of a hit. I mean, 8 attacks and 16 is still not as good as the whole, 18s and 9s that I still kind of preferred. It does give me hope that the Trident Realms might end up getting something decent for their gigas. We've got 14 nerve and 17 nerve. Crush 2 Pathfinder regen. This is not a bad unit and might become better with a hero choice or two, if I am remembering correctly for later on there, John. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And they've both gone down in points.
Yep.
They have. I think this is going to be between these and the gunners are the more standard things that we're going to see. I don't really have anything else to say about the forest trolls themselves. I do like the fact that they're crushed in with Pathfinder. I really do like that. I think they're going to stick around a lot longer than you think.
Well, Pathfinder has taken a big change too, where it now only affects movement, right? It doesn't affect charges, but it still gives you a very quick moving mobile unit to position through terrain.
Yeah, not being able to being hindered all the time on a charge, unless I believe it's Strider, but I'll have to double check on that. But Pathfinder does not really help you on a charge.
Strider now ignores all terrain and obstacles for charging, so you're never hindered, but it's the Pathfinder you can at least run through the forest now.
Yeah, but it does not help you on a charge.
No.
Nope. Let's go on to the Forest Troll Gunners. Again, troop and regiment. They hit on 4s, but they shoot on 5s. I mean, we're not not surprised about this. Basically, the same stat lines as the Forest Trolls. So we're still looking at a crush one because they do have piercing guns at 18 inches. They do still have Pathfinder. They do still have regeneration. The troops are still roughly the same point, so only a 5-point difference, 140 to 145. But the regiment has gone up to a 215. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, the shooting, like we've said before, the shooting isn't going to be nearly as good. But
Ben, they went down from 230 to 215.
But in consideration to what the punchers, which melee I think is going to be a lot more used in this game other than shooters. I was just kind of surprised that they were 15 points more and maybe not. Then again, we don't even know what point values we're going to be playing with, do we?
Probably 2300 still, but shooting in general, shooting upgrades seem to be fairly heavy costed in this coming edition.
Yep.
I mean, we saw it with the birds, right? They lowered the base cost of the birds in Northern Alliance, but the shooting option went from 15 points to 50.
Yeah.
So base unit costs seem to have been toned down in a lot of the larger units, but shooting upgrades have all increased in cost.
Well, we'll move on to some people's favorite units, or at least used to be. The Grenadiers. Still fly, still brutal D3. Still Tinker Tech. Speed 8, hitting on 4s. 9 attacks, only taken on a troop, but considered large infantry now. Believe that's a different.
No, you're thinking of the aeronauts. These are the jetpack guys, not the
jetpack guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drop from speed 10 to speed 8 is going to hurt.
It's a bit, but that's what people said about the Soul Reavers. What the hell were they called?
And it hurt them too, the Soul Flayers.
Yeah, the Soul Flayers, but people still take a lot of them, so I'm pretty sure this will be okay.
12 attacks to start with, although I haven't seen them in any of the new updates. So
and they were also Crush One, Thunderous One, like these.
Yeah,
these went
Triple
up.
D3 is cute, but
yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll get a chance to get Bane Chant. We'll go on to the next cavalry option. We've got Juggers here with the Troop and a Regiment again. The nerve values here are 12 and 15. They're 130 or 190 points. They are Pride of the Shires types. Still Iron Resolve, Thunder 2, and Spell Ward. What do we think of these sorts of, let's call them cavalry?
I think they're fine. I think they're very similar to what they were before. I haven't checked points values, but I don't really care. 200 points for a combat unit seems like the right-ish target. I think they're fine. They got some good benefit because they interplay with all the buffs really well, right? They can get gastromancy buffs. They can get what's the only Pride of the Shires one? The Slayer buff is the one for them.
It is, yes.
So,
and I like the change so that you have Thunderous 1, Thunderous 2, and Thunderous 3 with like the heavy cavalry, such as the Forces of Abyss Knights being Thunderous 3. These ones are Thunderous 2, so they're really medium cavalry. So you've really differentiated the 3 cavalry units and their capabilities. 190 points. I have no complaints about the Halfling specialist choices. You have 5 choices here. They all there's one more on the back page, so 6, but they're all good. I think Edge Grenadiers are the ones that strike me as the weakest. I think there's a use case for them, but definitely not spammed. I think 5 choices are all absolutely playable compared to what we've seen in the Northern Alliance.
Let's talk about.
There actually is a big change. The Juggers used to be nimble,
right?
So that's
say it out loud, didn't you? You had to say it out loud.
Yeah, because there's something different. That's what it is.
But I still think they're playable, even without nimble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I think that, but I still don't think these would be considered. Well, they are defense 5, so technically heavy cav. All right. Well, let's go on to the lightest of light cav. We got Wild Runners, which are basically their fast cav. Troops and regiments, 11 and 14 nerve, 7 and 14 attacks. The muster ability. These ones come with Iron Resolve, Spell Ward, short bows for 18 inches, and Feint. And Feint is a fantastic rule. I think this is going to be the thing that people are going to want to play as often as they can.
What does Feint do?
Feint allows you to leave combat without taking a nerf check, back up, and turn around 180. When you leave combat, you actually put your ass towards the unit that you are leaving. Feint allows you to make sure you're still staring at them afterwards. And the big part is not making that nerve check to leave, because normally you have to make that nerve check to leave. So this might end up becoming one of those things where it's like, here come my one little unit to hold you up. Now they're going to get out of the way, and now the bigger unit can charge you. I'm hoping.
Well, I hope it's worth it because they went up a point in melee, so from 4s to 5s, lost nimble, and had a points increase too.
Yeah, I really wish they had gone down in
They feel
the
done
shoot.
dirty.
Yeah. Well, they can also exchange the rifles for 18 inches for Pierce 1 guns for 5 or 10 points. I think that should be 5 points overall. I don't think it should be 10 points for the bigger unit, because I still don't think you're going to get a lot of use out of this. But hey, I'm not a game designer, so what do I know?
Correct.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on. We're getting into support here, so we're going through this pretty quick. And here's the one thing that everybody should be really bloody happy about. The Drakon Rider.
Oh yeah,
My
this is
God.
wild.
I love the fact we have got a halfling on a small dragon. It's only crush 1. Why isn't it crush 2? I guess it's crush 1, thunder
Because
1.
he's a baby dragon that's got a busted wing. If you look at the artwork for it, they've like patched his wing together with Tinkertech nonsense.
Which is why it's Tinkertech. But for 100
And only speed 9.
Speed 9, 125 points. D3 plus 4 attacks doesn't sound so great till you put something in the side. 15 plus nerve. I still like this. Would have been better for 16 plus, but it is what it is. Still flies. We're not in. I will have to go.
He's still way better than the elf hero that comes on a
And
dragon.
he's 125 points.
Yeah.
Like, looking at the flyer we saw in Northern Alliance that was sitting at 140. This is
a great deal.
Great deal. We have no complaints about the Drakon.
It's an incredible addition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do like that. All right, let's move down to yet another Tinkertown, Tinkertech, I should say. We have got a Harvester, which is technically a monster or a chariot. We have got speed 5. Boo! I was really hoping this would be at least speed 6. Hitting on 3s, defense 4, which isn't great, but it is what it is. We also have. Sorry, I got a lot of notifications going off.
Dude, you got to defrag your hard drive too.
No, I like the porn on mine.
All right.
It's the 15 plus, 180 points for Big Shield, still Def 6, Brutal 1, Crush 1, Height 3, not terrible, and a Thunder 1. Again, I'd still like to see this as like a Crush 2 instead of a Thunder Crush sort of thing, but not a bad little unit. It only comes as a single monster or chariot thing, but I kind of like this.
My only complaint is he went up 40 points.
We're all good.
No. He went up 40 points, and I think comparing him to the Drakon Rider, I'd take the Drakon Rider almost every day.
Aeronauts are considered now large cavalry, which seems a little weird. They only come in a
They were before.
Really? Well,
yeah.
Speed 7, again, flyers taking a bit of a hit.
No, they were already slower too.
Melee 4 plus, defense 5 plus, which is nice. 9 attacks, 15 plus on nerve. 190 points is a bit on the high side, if you ask me. They are Tinkertech. We've got Blast D3. We've got Fly. We've got Pathfinder. We have Strider. Yay! Something with Strider. And Thunderous 2. The one thing that I do notice between this and which were the ones that used to hit on 4s at all times?
These.
No.
Yeah, well, death to that.
And they also used to be Crush 2 instead of Thunder 2.
Yeah.
They also had Pathfinder instead of Strider.
And they used to be 15 points cheaper.
Yeah, these ones also feel like they got done dirty.
These feel like that they should also be probably a Drakon Rider or 2. Well, yeah, we'll just let those sit for now for what they are. We're gonna move on to a volley gun. Well, they're saying you're only allowed to have 2 of these. It's considered a war machine. The shoot is on a 6 plus. That is terrible. I don't care even if you are standing still. That is terrible. Defense 4. It's a war machine. Damn it! It should be a 5. 12 attacks. Again, it's Tinker Tech. The volley gun is a 24-inch Pierce 2 reload weapon.
Reload is back.
Yay,
You can
reload.
only shoot if you receive a halt order when you have reload. So reload is back.
We're going to move on down here to the howitzer, which is not as big of a gun as what you think it would be. Again,
It seems like a pretty big gun. It goes pretty far, Ben.
it's an okay gun. We've got this one again at 6. Yes, I know standing still allows you not to take it
It goes
at
to
a 5.
fives like they were before.
Yeah. 48 inches on the shot. We've got blast D3 plus 1, not bad. Indirect, which I will look up in a minute. Pierce
Ignores
D3.
cover.
Pierce 3, which isn't bad. And again with reload. Again, Tinkertown. Both of these are 75 points. I mean, the volley gun I can see me taking, but I'm not so sure. Maybe the whole mortar routine might be okay. Maybe.
I think the mortar's funnier.
It's definitely funnier.
I've never been a big fan of war machines to begin with, so neither of these really like float my boat.
No.
No,
Ray,
Yeah.
you may be playing these at some point in time, and neither one looks good to you.
no. I think where I'm very happy with how the specialist choices, well, 4 of the 6 specialist choices came out. When it comes to support choices, I'm only really a fan of 2 of the 7.
Well, I'm going to guess that one of these last 2 are part of the 2 of the 7.
That is correct. So why don't you go on to the next one, which is one of the 2 for the tens of listeners out there.
Well, we're going to go on to the Iron Beast. Yes, it's this thing all over again. Except now instead of being the pride of the Shires, it's actually a Tinker Tech. We have this giant Titan, which is speed 5. It hits on 4s. It shoots on 5s. It is a 6+ to try and wound. We've got 10 attacks plus D6. It is an 18 for nerve, which is all pretty good. We got 265 points, and what does that get you? That gets you Crush 3. It gets you Headstrong. It gets you Inspiring, Strider, Wild Charge D3, which is all pretty damn good. A 12-inch Steam Cannon, which is, if you're close enough to charge, why aren't you? And we've got, what is this here? Cutting the EJ when attacking with the Steam Cannon. Successful hits roll a natural 6 without modifiers, have blast 2. That's a nice little extra. It's not great, but it's a nice little extra.
That's actually pretty good, given that the
I like
Steam
it.
has 10 plus D6 shots.
Yeah, I
We're
like it
looking
a
at
lot.
the average of what, like 2-3 hits that might be 6s. So that's 3 additional hits.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's not bad. Not bad. Then again, still, if I'm within 12 inches, I'm probably checking to see what my wild charge is, if that's still the same way that we still do this. And I'm more than likely going to go in with the Crush 3 other than the taking the shots here.
but you can move the 5 inches and shoot 12. So you get your 17-inch threat bubble.
That's true.
And it might be better to shoot rather than charge and get flanked if you fail.
Yep.
And we all know your dice.
Well, we all do know my dice, and I've spent a lot of money recently on dice, and I am telling my wife how much money I have spent on those dice.
Speaking of which, Baron of Dice are very nice and roll very nice.
Yes, they do. And very nice people who run that store. We're going to go on with the Swamp Belcher. I love what this model might actually look at, which looks like some grandpa freaking dragon sitting in a wheelchair that's going to be pushed around while breathing fire on people. It
is a grandpa. I thought it was a baby, but yeah, grandpa makes more sense.
It might be a grandpa. We never know, right?
That's a wheelchair.
The Flame Belcher is a 14-inch shattering 1 flame attack with 15 attacks, which hits on 4s. Yes, I like it, which probably still means if you're sitting around and somebody's stupid enough to be staring at you, well, you're going to be able to flame the crap out of them. One Swamp Belcher in the army may be upgraded to include a I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Gaining elite range special for 5 points for elite on 15 shots. That's not bad. This thing starts at 100 points, 105 points to gain 15 elite shots. I'm probably taking that. If
Yeah.
I'm taking this thing, I'm probably taking that.
Of all the war machines, I hate it the least.
Yep. I really like the fact that it could be like some grandpa in a wheelchair.
But
Might be able to make me some of those.
2 Dracon Riders, 2 Iron Beasts. That's my support choices.
You might be right in that, though. I mean, that's probably
Yeah.
the good way to go. The one thing I did not see there, and maybe it's later on, is I didn't see an upgrade to become Pride of the Shire, so that the Iron Beast is now something that gives out inspiring.
It's now inspiring naturally.
Oh, that's true. It is. Oh, never mind.
I
I'm an
think
idiot.
it's gone up a bit in points, but it doesn't look bad.
I think it's in a
265.
good spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
265 is not bad.
I don't feel bad about it.
The other thing I'm kind of surprised about on both of these here is there is not a restriction on how many you can take. They restricted the guns and the mortar, but they didn't restrict these. If you would figure the one thing they would restrict would be that Iron Beast. Yeah.
And I like the idea of having 2 or 3 Iron Beasts with an engineer right behind it.
Yeah, I kind of do as well. So let's get moving and find out exactly what these engineers do.
I think, yeah, that is weird they didn't do that.
It is weird. Let's go with weird, and we're just going to keep on going from there. So let's now get into the champions. We're going to start with the Saucier. So we got a speed 5, can be mounted for 15 points to make it speed 8 on a dog. Everyone loves riding the dog. We have yielding, spell ward. We've got an 11 plus nerve. We got 70 points, and it comes with gastromancy. So maybe this is what allows us to do the gastromancy thing.
It is. And I
Alright.
believe that it will do gastromancy on 2 dice. That's speculation, though. I don't know for sure.
If it was gastromancy on 3, I'd be happier.
So would
On
I.
2, yeah, because it hasn't seen a price decrease. So before it was gastromancy on 3, now being on 2 with a price increase, it's not. You
Yeah,
still
well,
need it, but not a great choice.
Without knowing the actual rules, I guess we will we'll just move on. We've got a maximum of 2 sergeants. These are just your regular stock standard sergeants. Again, can be put on to a mounted on an Aerolaz speed 8 for 15 points, making it a cavalry. This is a def 5, hitting on 3, normally speed 5, 3 attacks, 12 plus. Crush 1, individual, inspiring with spell wards. This is your bog standard little hero here.
He's fine.
It's all
And I
right.
think it's akin to the Northern Alliance. Both of the sergeants just
Yeah, he's not good enough.
feel a bit off. But that was consistent across both of the lists we have.
Well, let's move on to the greedy guts. Again, we can only take 2 of these.
With good reason for these.
Yeah, well, the attacks are the things that are going to do this. Hitting on 3s, defense 4. However, for 155 points, 2d6 plus 1 attacks. And finally, the 16 plus that I like to see on something. I mean, geez. This is a Crush 1 fearless individual with Life Leech 3. This thing is not going away, people. With Retaliate, so if it's being attacked with 2 separate units, it can get back with an additional +1. Might be good, might not be. But wall charge D3, so a decent charge range on this thing. But the D6, the 2d6 plus 1, that's a spicy meatball, if you ask me.
I actually don't know what to think about this one. I think this one might be good. I just don't know how I'd use it.
I like him a lot. I think that he'll be a little bit more exciting, and because all characters are now scoring units, they all double and triple attacks.
Ooh, can you imagine triple attacks of 2d6 plus 1?
So 6d6,
Or just
basically.
9 when I roll
Sure.
double 1 plus 1?
Yes, for you,
Yeah.
yes, and
Yeah.
probably for Ben. Ben might get 10 attacks, but
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe if I'm really
But-
lucky.
If he's using his Baron of dice, he might get more.
Yes.
Only they would sponsor us.
Can we tag them so they might hear us, like pander directly to them?
I will.
All right, great.
That was a good idea. All right, so we're going to go on with the Gunnery Sergeant on a Troll. I actually kind of like this sort of idea. So we've got a speed 6, melee 3, shooting on 4s, defense 5, 5 attacks, 15 plus, 185 points. What does that get you? Well, it gets you Crush 1, Inspiring, Pathfinder, Regen 5 plus, and an 18-inch Pierce 1 gun. However, the good part about this is taking one of these guys as one of your things now makes your forest trolls and your forest troll gunners in the battalions become core choices. Now, we have had this debate ourselves. We do believe you have to take 2 core choices before you can actually take a sergeant or anything ahead of time. So these would be the additional ones after the 2 originals. We may be proven wrong here, but as far as we know, at least it's a damn good start. I mean, this seems to be the way that I would look at things. What about you two?
That is how
100%.
I looked at it. Yeah.
So the gamey bastards that we all are, we're definitely all looking at doing this
He is the best champion choice.
so far.
And then the engineer, I think, is the second best choice.
If you're
Well,
taking a bunch of Tinker Tech, I agree.
let's go on to the engineer. And of course, being a tool and die maker, I hate all engineers. That's not entirely true, but it is. You can only take 2 of these. Again, these are not very good in melee, so they're melee 5, shooting on 4s, defense 4, 1 attack, 1 single attack for 95 points. However, it does give you Radiance of Life for Tinker Tech traits only. My God, that's enough tease. It is yielding. It does have a 24-inch, 3 attack, Pierce 2 gun, which makes up for that 1 attack. And one of your engineers in the army may be upgraded to become a specialty bastard, gaining Inspiring and the Inspiration special rule for 10 points. I'm not sure I would do this.
If you're taking a bunch of Tinker Tech, he would be worth it, especially
Well,
with the Inspiring upgrade.
if
Mhm.
he's standing at the back instead of doing the long rifle thing, I mean, yes, maybe 2
He's
shots.
standing with the Iron Beasts
Yeah,
that
maybe.
Ray is taking plural of.
There's a reason why you 2 are better than I am, by the way.
Or the Dracon Riders are also Tinker Tech.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Well, because it's got a robot wing. Look at the picture of it at the bottom of the page that we were generously given.
Well, let's move on here to the one of our first unique ones here with Allie McSweeney. She is speed 6, hitting on 3s, shoots on a 4, defense 4, 5 attacks, 13 plus, 180 points. And what does that get you? It gets you a Crush 1, Duelist D3, Faint. Again, Faint's probably going to be a great rule. Individual, Inspiring Self, don't like that part. Scout, Spell Ward, and Stealthy, and with throwing 12-inch throwing daggers with Pierce 1. She also comes with Master Thief. While within 6 inches of an enemy unit, it cannot use its magical artifacts when attacking in combat. So no Crush 1 strength, no hitting at +1, none of that sort of thing. Might even be able to shut down your Mesa Crushing and Thing of Slashing, which that's not terrible. That's not
Totally
terrible.
shuts that down, yeah.
Yeah. She may choose to use the magical artifact held by the enemy unit, and why wouldn't you, while she's making her attacks, excluding one-use items, which, okay, we get. She's not terrible. I don't know if she's going to be just a like a use here, there sort of thing. I don't know if she'll become a mainstay, but nifty little character nonetheless. I've always liked her because she's had this rule before.
I found her underwhelming and kind of very situational to use before. I would pass on her for other options at the moment.
Well, guys like you and me, we don't take a lot of magic items.
Nope.
Which
She's
might
also
be why.
180 points for all of that.
Yeah.
Might be
Which, I
used.
mean, all characters went up, but she's Well, I'm not even using against last edition. I'm using against this edition. I can get a lot for 180 points.
Yeah, you could. You could get 2
Like,
units of Braves.
most of the warlords you can get for 180 points.
Yeah. I
Well, we
just
haven't
find her underwhelming. That's all.
We got Taran Bly, who is unique. What have we got here? We've got speed 5. We've got melee hits on 3s. We've got defense 5. We've got N plus 5 attacks. We're about to find out why. We've got a 14 plus guy at 165 points, and he is again Tinker Tech. We've got Crush 2. We've got Height 3. We've got Inspiring. We have Strider. We've got Thunderous 1. So there's your Crush 2, Thunderous 1 that everybody wants. A Wild Charge D3 plus 2. That is actually quite cool. We've got Rolling Thunder as a special rule. When this unit charges, it has a number of additional attacks equal to the amount of rolled onto its wild charge. So your wild charge is not just your wild charge, it's also the amount of attacks. So if you roll a 1, that's 3 extra. If you roll 2, it's 4 extra, because you still get the +2 on that. Even if it is a Titan in close combat. Sorry, what is that? You should still roll for even if Terran is not in close combat.
No, even if you are in combat, still roll your wild charge, and then you get that many more attacks in combat.
There you go. Me and reading do not go together, people.
Oh, we know.
Yep. And why I'm the one doing all the reading is still beyond me. Mama, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Mama Vida.
There you go. Here we go again. My. We've got she is again unique and speed 5, hits on 5s, defense 4, 1 attack. Boo, the 1 attack. Gastromancy, 130 points, 15 plus for her shit here. She's individual inspiring spell ward. She is the master cook. She may issue 1 additional gastromancy command per turn, and roll 3 dice when attempting this. So that gives us the idea that normally you're rolling 2.
Yeah.
And the fact that she can go 2 gastromancy in 1 turn, she's almost twice as many points as a sorcerer, but I think she's worth it just to get 2 die rolls of 3.
Yep, I would agree. She's better than taking 2 individual ones.
All right. We're going to move on to the warlords here. So we're coming into the home stretch, you lucky people. We're going with the Feastmaster, who is speed 5, melee 3, shoots on 4s, defense 4. There's a lot of defense 4 in this. 5 attacks, 14 plus, 175 points. Still cheaper than that other chick. With Crush 1, Duelist 2, not D3. Elite, individual, inspiring, rallying, which isn't bad, still does the +1. Scout and spell ward. Regiments of poachers in this battalion are core choices. Now, the weird thing about this is that I kind of expected McSweeney to actually give this sort of thing out, but
yeah,
I mean, she used to, so I don't know about taking this guy, though. I do like the rallying. Rallying is a hell of a lot better now that the nerve has changed to a single thing. But I don't know. Not somebody I think I'm going to be looking too hard at. So let's move on to the mustard captain.
Actually liked
Sorry,
him, to be honest. So he was one of the ones I was actually looking at to say, do I take lots of poachers?
and what did you settle on?
No, but I considered him.
Okay.
But at least you looked at him.
I looked at him and had the same problem where I could get more actual units instead of just one character that doesn't really do anything that benefits any of the builds I was looking at.
The rally is nice, and it doesn't say that it's restricted to anything at all. I think, much like what you're saying, John, I think I'm going to end up going somewhere else. That also depends on how powerful rally becomes, because at the moment we don't know.
Well, it's just rally 1, and it's capped at rally 1, so I don't know that it can become more or less powerful than it currently is.
Well, keeping units alive just because you can't pass that one extra little thing.
Yeah, rallying my poor little Iron Beast.
Your poor little Iron Beast.
Well, you can take the other character, Baby Iron Beast, as well. That's what that Terran Bly is he's just a baby Iron Beast.
Yes.
Well,
So,
let's move on to the Muster
Captain.
Captain. He is a captain, so he's going to look like a giant bastard. We've got it's the handlebar thing. I don't like it.
Aggressive for no apparent reason.
Hey, it's been a weird night, all right? So speed 5, hitting on 3s. There we go with their defense 5. 5 attacks, 15 plus. Still think it should be a 16. 175 points. He comes with Aura Headstrong, which I actually kind of like this. Maybe. I don't know how often people are going to be wavering. Crush 2 as a solid is pretty damn good. Inspiring Individual Spell Ward. He may be taken on an Airlaz speed 8 at 25 points. And any brave units in the battalion may be upgraded to a Legion, gaining 5 attacks, becoming a nerve of 27, which sounds like it would be impossible to get through at this point, with a base size of yada, yada, yada for 40 points. What do we think of this guy? I think he's kind of looking where I might go with some of this. I don't know about the Headstrong just yet,
Old one was Aura Strider.
which
Yeah.
was so much better.
Because
So
then you'd put him on a dog and you'd run him with all your other dog cavalry, and everybody gets Strider, and everybody has a fun day.
Yep.
yeah. So I'm not saying that Strider didn't need to go. I'm just thinking that in combination with everything else, it
He feels a little underwhelming for me at the moment. Now.
underwhelming.
All right. Let's move on to the Muster Captain on a winged Airlaz. Finally, we've got a flying thing with speed 10, hits on 3s, defense 5, 7 attacks. Yay, 7 attacks. We've got a 16 plus on the nerve, 250 points is a bit on the high side there. Again, Aura Headstrong, Crushing 2, Fly, Inspire, Iron Resolve, Thunder 1, and Spell Ward. The one thing I am noticing about all these things is a lot of them do not actually have a trait. I mean, we've got the one Tinkertech guy so far, but no additionals. So, what do we think of this this Muster Captain that can fly around and be a pain in the ass?
All heroes are more expensive, which explains part of the point increase. Him losing Nimble is, I think, a
Yeah.
herald of changes I'm not going to like.
Yeah.
I think I would take 2 Dracon Riders over him.
Yeah, I think you might be
Yeah.
right on that. But
Because it's 125 to 250. Like, he hits harder. He has Crush 2, Thunderous 1 compared to Crush 1, Thunderous 1. He has Inspiring. He has Iron Resolve. He has Spell Ward. Like, all positives. But I can have 2 of the other guys.
Yeah. And you also have to pay for each of those positives, right? Like, yeah.
and we don't know how scoring is going to be affected and what the scenarios are going to be like and that sort of thing. But I'm guessing two monsters might work out to be better than one of these guys. Again, we don't know how this is going to shake out.
And it's a straight, like, 2 125 monsters or 250 warlord. Like, it.
And then it's also 2 things you have to kill versus 1 thing you have to kill.
So,
Well-
and I'm not saying he's too high. Like, all the warlords, all the champions have gone up in points. He might be right compared to the other things.
I think he'll be pointed comparatively. I just think that with the kind of larger increase in points on some of the characters, you're better off taking units.
Yeah.
Well, before we go on to this, we've got one last guy to talk about. We've got Aaron Cadwallander.
Yeah, you got that one right. Well done.
Yay! See, I can't do things. No, I can't. But we've got a speed 5, melee 3, Defense 5, even though it looks like he's wearing just some sort of a shirt at this point in time. 5 attacks, 16 plus, still like that, 200 points, which gives you Crush 1 Individual, Rally, Spell Ward, very inspiring, and Master Tactician. Some people are going to like this, I'm guessing. After deployment, and all scout moves, choose 2 friendly units and move them anywhere wholly within the friendly deployment zone. If both players have this ability, roll up to figure out who gets to do it. That sort of thing. Regiment
Cute.
also, this guy will give you regiments of juggers in this battalion. Once again, become core choices. This might be the reason to take this guy, but again, we don't know.
He
Right.
is situational if you want to take juggers, I think. If you don't want to take juggers, I think there's better choices for 200 points. But if you do want to take juggers, he's great.
Mr. Ray.
And if we misjudge the first 2 core choices to free up the warlord, then you could have an army of all juggers with him, which is only kind of sad that he does not have a choice to be on a dog. 'cause
Yeah, that does not make any sense to me whatsoever.
Yep, that's
Like,
the weird part about him.
I'm hoping some of these things are typos and
I make Cav better, but I'm not Cav and can't keep up.
yeah, it's a little weird. Maybe it's because he's telling people what to do in the beginning. I don't know. It will make me laugh if his model, whenever it comes out on an actual dog.
It's just an elderly dog. That's why he's still only speed 5.
It's kind of like the grandpa dragon in the
Yeah.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
They run
Well,
the Halfling retirement home for injured pets or whatever. Yeah.
retirement. Well, with that coming to the end of the halfling list, is there anything we are thinking about? I know, Ray, you're thinking about playing these guys.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Making a liar out of me, are you, Ray?
Why is that?
I had wanted to play halflings, but this is, if I'm going to play an army, I don't want to play halflings and then have no halflings in my army. Like, it's the old, if you're going to play dwarfs and play rocks and brocks, are you really playing dwarfs? So,
Yes.
looking at the halfling list, I'm uninspired by the core choices. The specialist choices I'm good with. The support choices, there's only 2 that sing to me. And the army that I think would be the most competitive, and I'm labeling myself as somewhat of a competitive player,
Oh, you're
would
definitely
You
be,
know.
would be a heavy shooting, like forest troll gunners and poachers style list with some Iron Beast as the counter punch. And I don't necessarily want to play, like, I was looking forward to playing more of a combined arms army. I wish I could take, like, the spears, the spear levy.
You can.
You can.
But-
Nothing's stopping you.
You can totally take those.
Well, yeah, but I think all of the points seem a bit high, and I'm gonna look at all the other ones when I actually get to see them, because of the 2 army lists that I have had access to with you guys, I'm actually more excited to see what what I could do with a Northern Alliance list. The Northern Alliance list, in my mind, looked a bit more balanced.
Well, we're here to talk about the halflings, and I'll be honest, looking at that Drakon rider does make me kind of happy. And the grandpa,
I like the
small
Flame
belcher.
Belcher, yeah.
Yeah, I like Grandpa Belcher. I don't know. This seems like a fun army to me, and that's not just me trying to, bring the brighter side. Because if any of you have met me, trust me, I am not the brighter side of anything.
I think we've just exchanged seats this evening, Ben.
Just, I'm gonna start drinking, okay? Like, this is. No, I think we might have lost Ray again. However, I do think that there is some legs in here. I was a little upset over the fact that the aeronauts did lose the always hitting on 4s. I understand it. I think they could have made it, given them something else. Strider and the Blast D3 are pretty good on every hit. I don't know.
I could live with the losing the always hitting on 4s if they were still crushing 2,
I'm
or if
so
they were
happy.
like thunder 4, just to make them like absolutely insane when you hit something.
Yep. Yep.
Actually, that would be very cool if they were thunderous 4. Like whenever you decide to hit something, it is going to be horrible for whatever you hit.
Oh, I might take a look at this army myself. I just think it'd be a lot of fun to kind of, play around with a bunch of these half-sized bastards, gnawing at everybody's ankles. The army that won the Clash of Kings was basically a shooting army, so I could see why you were going to take a look at that again, Ray. I've always really liked the gastromancy idea because it gives you that little sweaty part of whenever somebody starts rolling for the extra brutal and going, oh god, I can't believe you're going to do 1 damage and blow apart my unit just because, so I don't know. This might be something that I may actually take a long look at, mostly because of Grandpa Dragon. I mean, it just makes me smile. It really does. I might have to get that model just to put somewhere else as well.
I think you could fit in the Trident realm as your Leviathan bolt thrower.
It's not a terrible idea. What about you, John? These guys that your elves might become one day, or is this for the moment something that you're gonna take a secondary look at?
No, I made a list, and where Ray didn't want to play other stuff as halflings, I tried to make it as minimum halflings as possible in the list. But you still have to take a bunch of them because some of them are good choices. But I started with 2 Wild Lancers as my core unlocks to get my Gunnery Sergeant on Troll, because I need that guy. Because then I take 4 hordes of regular trolls,
Damn right.
and then 1 regiment of juggers. Oh, sorry, 4 regiments of trolls, and then 1 regiment of juggers, 1 sorcerer on Aralez, 1 greedy guts because I think he's going to be a fun character,
I think
and
he
then
is.
3 of the Drakens because there's no battalion cap on them.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And
There's
then I had 145 points I didn't really know what to do with, so I took a Horde of Braves to
there you
just be
go.
like, here's some nerve to carry tokens.
Did you go with the forest trolls with the guns or no guns?
I went no guns, all punch. So crushing 2.
I think that might be right for now. I do think the game is going to change. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be very punchy.
This list actually has no shooting at all. This is
See,
all punch all the time.
I don't think taking 0 shooting is a great idea, but then again, I've been wrong before. So,
I just
all
think
right,
it's funny. I wanted to play an all troll army for Northern Alliance coming up next. Like I was getting ready to do it, and
you
it's
were.
not very viable in Northern Alliance anymore. And so
Then this
I
came up.
figured then this came up when we're doing the review. I'm like, I could just take forest trolls.
Now all you have to do is
Sweet.
pay. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Somebody may already have all of the models he needs. So,
Yeah, I have a massive model collection. I'm good to go.
I know. But with that being said, and with us going through the halflings one last time with the technical glitches, and we all thank you for sticking around with us. And of course, as we always say, we thank you for being one of the tens, and we'll see you all again very soon.
Bye.